think from that side of things, we've got a lot of focus. We've got businesses starting to wake back up in an industry that starts to be needed again because we're very adjacent. We're very reliant on other sectors like events and hospitality and stuff coming back online. I think if we're thinking about the things where people need to be focused, because lots of comments about I've got to bring people back off furlough. I'm not sure when business is going to convert. We've got this. I think with the moment, generally the industry is looking at maybe kind of a couple of months before money really starts to come back in, because all those inquiries start to convert. What kind of things, over this period of time would you be thinking about? Because obviously a lot of business adapted during this period of time too. Where would you say, if you're going to say, look, focus your attention here, what would you be saying period of time as we start coming out of, hopefully not going back into any other lockdowns, as we start kind of moving back towards normality? I'd love to hear what your thoughts are on that.
I'll keep it very brief, because the danger is when people say, what were the two things you focus on? And then you spend 10 minutes about it, you lose that focus. I think there's two areas. One, you've actually mentioned already, because it's one of the events you're running for your members, is selling. I would say that is one of the weakest areas for the majority of my clients. Is they never were very good at it. I think the vast majority of my clients don't have a great sales team. They've got some good order takers. They might have 1 or 2 stars, but their diligence and their discipline at managing the sales function is weak. Even I would, without being too harsh on your members, even in an industry where that is a key focus of your industry, I think most businesses are nowhere near as diligent, disciplined, creative in their sales processes. But I'm not going to elaborate anymore, because I think they should just attend your sales training courses. I've worked with Sandra Training. They are excellent. I think that they really will help businesses get that right. Because businesses haven't really adapted already to the shift in the virtual world, the change from retail, the ability to knock on a door and go and have a discussion, that how we had to adapt. I think some of that's going to stick, and I don't think many businesses have really understood how that selling world has changed. So that will be number one focus for me. If you want to survive and grow, whatever you've got to sell it, and you need to be better at doing that. The second one, which I think is the biggest problem I have with every one of my clients when I talk to them, is people. Recruiting people is a challenge, motivating people is a challenge. It's more of a challenge in the last year, because many of them have had real challenges to their lifestyles, home teaching, mental welfare, etc., etc. But I think fundamentally there is a shortage of supply of talented people. Whilst we do have slightly higher unemployment at the moment, that's because it's retail and leisure. It's not skilled people. It's not people we want, you want. Getting people they'll gold dust, and therefore people who don't have a good recruitment process, a good package for their employees, and I'm not talking just about cash, but engaging with them and rewarding them and motivating them. If you don't deal with people well, or you're slow to deal with people, so we might need to recruit in the next 6 months, let's wait until we need them, and then it takes you 6 months to find them. If you get people wrong, I think you're going to have a real challenge in the next year, because your good ones will be poached and you won't be able to find other good ones because they're in scarce supply. So I would say for any business, because your clients, your members, like many of my clients, they're not machine businesses where 2 or 3 people can run a multi-million-pound business. There are lots of people in here of all shapes and sizes, of all different skill sets, and it's a key part of every one of your members' businesses. If you get people firing all 4 cylinders, brilliant. If you don't, disaster. And I think that is an area where we use the expression, there's going to be a war for talent. There's going to be really, really hard to find and recruit and retain good people. And if you're slow to that party, that's going to hold you back big time. So sales and people, the rest of it, it's always important, but those are the 2 that I would spend the next 12 months focused on.
Making sure we're focused. So listen, that brings us to the end of our session. Peter, thank you so much for sharing all of those things with us. I think it's been really useful, lots of very useful hints and tips as well. And you also note that Peter is a regular contributor as well to the magazine, lots of regular articles, and we'll be doing a summary of what we've been talking about today in the next issue of Product Media Magazine as well. So I'd like to say, Peter, thank you very much. Thank you everyone who's joined us today, and hopefully you've enjoyed a small lunchtime snack of useful information, and we'll we'll catch up with everybody over the next couple of weeks. So Peter, thank you very much again. And there's going to be a question. If you'd like to get in touch with Peter, you can indicate that at the end of the webinar. And if anybody wants Peter's details to get in touch directly, please come and let us know. And lots of nice comments coming back saying what a fantastic session this has been, Peter, from our members listening in today. Thank you very much, Peter, and we'll catch up with you very soon. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you. Bye-bye.